Welcome back to New York City. Dan Lee's here with you at the Benzinga, Fintech, and FODA conference. Having a great time. It's about to get that much better. It's the CEO of iTrustCapital, Kevin Maloney. Great to see you.
Hi, Dan. Thanks for having me.
I'm loving the top-level outfit we got working on here. But listen, we're in such a fascinating time in this industry. We were talking a little off camera about what you guys do, and I think what you guys do is such an important thing to help this industry continue to grow the right way. Let everyone know what that is.
Right. I mean, for us, it's all about safety, security, and peace of mind. And what do we do at iTrust? We started in 2018. We've got 55,000 people that signed up for our services, more than 200,000 set up accounts, 55,000 funded, with about 4.1 billion in assets. We've transacted about 10.2 billion in assets to date. And we use very smart, very ethical, very compliant liquidity and storage and qualified custodian providers. So for us, it's all about serving the retail masses that are crypto curious, like me, crypto moms, crypto dads. I'm not an expert, right? I'm not the fanatical early adopter. I wasn't the first one in. Right. But now, it feels like the crypto masses are starting to participate. We have a lot more curiosity, a lot more passion, and the crypto moms and dads are starting to jump in. Right.
You gave me a great analogy earlier too when you talk about being, maybe the safest, most boring company in crypto. And like, I'm a big golfer. You hit the ball down the fairway. Yeah, maybe you're not trying anything fancy, but that's how you win in the end, right? And that's why I think what you guys do,
right,
it might seem safe and boring, but that's what the key is right now.
Well, I think you made a good point. Look, we're not going we're grand slams. We're doing base hits. And at the end of the day, the base hits adds up a lot more than the home runs, right? So if we can get on first and second with our clients and serve them with excellence, be super transparent, not overcharge them. You like the clients, they let you know how they feel and think. If we have a software glitch that affects 12 people, it feels like 12,000 on Twitter, right? And so we address immediately. And that relationship's really important. So again, if you're not overcharging, if you're super compliant with your partners, we rely heavily on qualified custodians like banks or trust companies, the liquidity providers, like Enigma, FalconX, Coinbase Prime, and the storage providers like Fireblocks, Fidelity Digital Assets, and also Coinbase Prime Institutional. It is so critical that that ecosystem functions well with compliance at the center. I mean, I'm not a great golfer, but we are very boring right down the middle of the fairway. And we don't sell anything. We are a software platform that allows people to transact. And it's all self-directed. So the retail individuals that are crypto curious, that want to participate in the blockchain economy, can transact on our platform in a self-directed manner. They buy and sell what they choose, and then it's stored safely, and we give them that security and peace of mind. And that's the one thing we do well. And if you don't overcharge the clients, right, and you serve them with excellence, it's really sticky money from an IRA perspective. We're looking at launching other products and services that are more taxable oriented, but we're excited. I mean, with this new administration, I know there's always hyperbole in any administration coming in, but I do believe it's going to be a great time to get in for the retail masses that have been sitting on the sidelines, right? Now there's a lot of FOMO that's going to happen.
Oh, there is. Like you said, this is probably the most pro-crypto, election ever.
Right.
And when you have such passion, Kevin, and it's beautiful to see, and you just so eloquently talking about what is important. Where does your passion to do the right thing come from? And I'm not trying to say that so many others don't, but as you mentioned, there's some bad actors in every space. We need more people like you. Where did that passion come from?
Well, look, I worked in compliance at PIMCO. My first finance job was at Pacific Investment Management Company in the late 90s, early to mid to late 90s. And I became the compliance officer for the firm. And it was all about safety, security, peace of mind, and regulatory compliance. There was not, there's no cutting corners. You just do it. And so we worked very closely with FINRA, which was NASD at the time, and the SEC. And we had a great rapport. At PIMCO, we had a lot of very bright, talented people that did a great job of managing trillions of dollars in assets. So having that as a foundation in my background, that was my sort of moral, ethical, compliant compass.
Sure.
And we see a lot of that missing, or in the old days, 16, 17, 18, 19, was missing. There were not a lot of compliant, sometimes the most boring people adults in the room at some of these companies. And when you have younger people that saw retail, stocks, real estate, and crypto do this over a 10-year period, maybe they were 20 when they started, but over the last 10 years, now they're 30. So they've seen it all, right? They haven't seen multiple cycles like you and I have. And so compliance is just paramount in this industry. We met with Commissioner Peirce, Hester Peirce from the SEC at our office. Ironically, she left PIMCO and came straight to our office. And we talked about regulatory clarity. We talked about access to better education and informational tools and resources. We talked about safety, security, and peace of mind. We talked about transparency. And I think if we all hold each other more accountable in the industry, the tide will rise. Yep. But we owe the retail individuals that transparency, that safety, that security, that peace of mind.
No, that's right? The key, being accountable.
And we can't cut corners. So we don't mind if it costs more to be compliant. Heck yes. But that means it's harder for others to compete. And we had a great productive conversation with the commissioner about what we can do to continue to differentiate ourselves while not waiting for the Exchange Commission to create rules. We can all hold each other accountable and do the right thing so the clients benefit. So it's really like background and just how you grow up, right? Let's not lose people's money. Let's not screw people. Let's not take unwarranted risk. The good news about the custodied assets in an IRA, you can't lend, loan, or rehypothecate, right? It sits there. They open the vault, they count it, they reconcile, and they charge a small fee to do that, right? So we've got to report, we've got to reconcile, and we've got to custody in a very safe manner.
Yeah, and I've heard, Kevin, a lot of people say that same term you just said, that you got to grow up. And when you grow up, there can be growing pains, but it can lead to some really special things.
Right. And we're excited. I mean, this conference, you can see the energy.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Is back. We've been to multiple conferences. We're an active participant and sponsor with people like you guys having thoughtful conversations with the business leaders. And the theme is refreshing. All of us are saying we can all do better. We can all be more transparent. We can all hold each other accountable. And I think naturally over time, people weed themselves out.
Yep. Hey, listen, it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be with you, Kevin Maloney, CEO of iTrustCapital. Thanks so much. Awesome conversation.
Dan Leach, Dan the man, thanks for having us.
Dream is alive.
Have a good day.